Hello, this is Vinny, and today I'd like to talk about the death of 18-year-old Conrad Roy. On July 14, 2014, Conrad committed suicide via carbon monoxide poisoning. However, his suicide is being brought to public attention due to the recent indictment of his then-girlfriend, Michelle Carter. On August 21, 2015, Michelle was indicted with involuntary manslaughter due to the slew of incriminating texts that was sent to Conrad encouraging him to commit suicide. Though many, including myself, feel that the charge is too small, the biggest issue is whether or not she will even be found guilty of a crime. Suicide is often thought of as a singular and solitary act. However, it has another narrative that is oftentimes overlooked. Yes, I'm talking about assisted suicide. Allow me to elaborate. Assisted suicide is suicide that is carried out by another person at the request of the seeking individual. It is often spoken about in the context of medically assisted suicide, in which a physician knowingly gives their patient a lethal dose in order to help end their lives. In most cases where this is legal, the procedure is carried out at the request of a terminally ill patient in order to help end their suffering so that they no longer have to live through the pain. So how does this link to Conrad's case? The prosecution believes that Carter is an innocent who got wrapped up in Conrad's plans, and he manipulated her in order to give himself the strength to commit suicide. Now, could this be true? Let's take a look at the text. Conrad, how was your day? Carter, when are you doing it? Since you don't get your Snapchat anymore, I sent them to you. With a smiley face. My day was okay. How was yours? Good. Really? Yes. That's great. What did you do? Ended up going to work for a bit and then just looked up stuff. When are you going to do it? Stop ignoring the question. It doesn't take long for Carter to ask, when will you do it? Conrad tries to take the conversation down a casual path, but again Carter ends up pushing the question. Carter, you can't think about it. You just have to do it. You said you were going to do it. I don't get why you aren't. Conrad, I don't get it either. I don't know. So I guess you aren't going to do it then? All for nothing. I'm just confused, like you were so ready and determined. I'm gonna eventually. I really don't know what I'm waiting for, but I have everything lined up. No, you're not, Conrad. Last night was it. You kept pushing it off, and you say you'll do it, but you never do. It's always gonna be that way if you don't take action. You're just making it harder on yourself by pushing it off. You just have to do it. Do you want to do it now? Is it too late? I don't know. It's already light outside. I'm gonna go back to sleep. Love you. I'll text you tomorrow. Here, Carter seems to be a lot more aggressive, even questioning the logic behind his hesitation. She seems to be more frustrated than concerned. Conrad, I do want to, but I'm like freaking for my family, I guess. I don't know. Carter, Conrad, I told you I'll take care of them. Everyone will take care of them to make sure they won't be alone, and people will help them get through it. We talked about this, and they will be okay and accept it. People who commit suicide don't think this much. You should just do it. I know, LOL. Thinking just drives me more crazy. You just need to do it, Conrad, and I'm going to get you help. You can't keep doing this every day. Okay, I'm going to do it today. You promise? As the conversation continues, she becomes increasingly more agitated and assures Conrad that she will be there to take care of his family, and that people who commit suicide shouldn't think this much about their actions. Michelle creates an environment in which Conrad could feel incompetent due to his lack of action. It is clear that at this point, his inaction only makes her more impatient, as if she is the one who cannot wait to be rid of him. It continues on like this, and eventually the conversation comes to a halt once she convinces Conrad that he now possesses the determination to go through with it. She sounds eerily proud of him. If anything was clear to me, it was that Conrad had serious doubts about ending his life. He vocalized on numerous occasions that he wasn't sure why he couldn't go through with it, and that he was afraid that he would hurt his family. He even ended many of his replies with LOL, something that is used as nervous laughter in hopes of alerting the listener to one's own true feelings. This doubt is something that is very normal with people who have depression or other mood disorders. Most people with suicidal ideation, in fact, do not want their lives to end, but rather want an escape from the pain that is in their lives. It is my belief that Conrad wanted help and sought it from the only person he thought he could. Unfortunately for him, his confidant had ulterior motives. Michelle had sent messages to her friend and to Conrad's mother asking for his whereabouts, despite being in contact with him the entire day right before his suicide. And right after his suicide, Michelle tweeted, Such a beautiful soul gone too soon. She then sought recognition and dared to promote for suicide awareness despite the important role she played in Conrad's suicide. As she says in her text, everyone will be sad for a while, but they will get over it and move on. Indeed, she has moved on. She then writes on July 18th, "Hey everyone, as some of you already know, my boyfriend Conrad Roy recently passed away on July 13th. He suffered from mental illness and depression. Conrad's death was a wake-up call for me. I want to speak out to fight the public stigma and to get a clearer picture of what mental illness is all about. Even though I could not save my boyfriend's life, I want to put myself out there to try to save as many other lives as possible. And if I can, through my experiences, shed light on a way out of a difficult situation that I know so many people are going through, then this is what I need to do." However, this is very contradictory to the text messages she sent to Conrad trying to save him. He then proceeded to organize a baseball fundraiser in the town of Plainsville, Massachusetts, in order to honor Conrad. However, a friend of Conrad's got word of this event and offered to host it in the town of Mattapoisett, in which is the town that Conrad grew up in. After the suggestion, Michelle became angry and texted, "I can't change it. Like, I already made it up here and have people advertising here and supporting it, and I'm sure everyone will come from your town. Like, this was my idea. I created it to be here." It implies that Michelle was far more concerned about her role in the fundraiser rather than the benefactor of the event. And it continued, "Carter, you're not taking credit for my idea though, right? LOL. Tom responded with, "No, I'll credit you if you really want." Carter, "Haha, well I mean, I'm hosting it. Like it's my idea, but you're like my co-captain now." His sisters also stated that they felt uncomfortable at the event as it was not hosted in his hometown. After the event, Michelle texted her own friend stating how excited she was to be approached by a girl who had seen her fundraising page online and asked her for help. She continued talking proudly about how she helped her and saved her, and that in the end it was all worth it. We can conclude that Michelle feels that Conrad's death was worth it in the end, as long as it can increase the value and worth of her own life. So now, I leave it up to you. Do you believe Michelle Carter should be charged with the death of Conrad Roy? Feel free to sound out in the comments below. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!